Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest solo trapping video. In today's video, we'll be showcasing some clips from both my solo traps. A bunch of them will be Dragon Arena clips, but we'll be starting off with a KVK clip. This was a little gangbang that was going on. I believe this is my rain rally trap slash solo trap. It was a rain rally trap at one point, now it's a solo trap. So again, they went in for the gangbang, so I was just getting ready to heal. Unfortunately, I think they saw my gear and decided to just like recall half their marches. One guy went in, I guess, that was a leaderless attack. Only one of them ended up sending their leader, but I think as soon as they saw my war gear, they actually stopped the gangbang. Unfortunately, I do have to put my gear on in that situation. But I was able to cap one of their leaders anyways. The other ones, like I said, they did recall. Someone went leaderless, though, so I'm not sure what he was doing. This guy had pretty decent gear. You can see full mythic, 3 cups, a mythic champ in there as well. So again, I have to put my war gear nowadays for that. Before, I obviously would not need it. That was back in the day before all the updates. Even this guy was coming in pretty strong, so I knew the guild, so I knew I had to be on my toes. This guy decided to just go leaderless, which did 16k damage. Finished my solo pretty easily on that one, but I think I must have just dropped my shield or something. I'm not sure how I was baiting him this time, but apparently someone has a quad rally on them as well. So yeah, they were obviously, oh, I remember this. This guild was using shield bots during like Fury bots and all that. So as soon as you went into Fury, they put a quad on you. So that's what was going on at that situation. I was just using that to my advantage, dropped my shield, they all poured it in. I guess they decided to go gangbang me or something like that. I'm not sure why, but I guess they knew I was baiting or something like that. So like I said, unfortunately, they ended up recalling some of their marches, but I got some free kills nonetheless. So we're going to move on to Dragon Arena. Dragon Arena is in the background here. So again, I'm just doing the normal Dragon Arena stuff. Joining Dragon Arena, trying to finish my solo, and then trying to bait some attacks while I'm doing it. Again, I love Dragon Arena for testing out stuff, because basically sometimes you can give them an extra attack boost and stuff like that. So if they aren't like a 1000+% guy, you can make them into a 1000+% guy with a 300% attack boost. So this is the stats on my gear. This is not my war gear. This is my fake gear, but that I have rejeweled. So it's my construction gear, basically. You can see I've got full jewels in there. They're mostly just purple jewels. I have a couple gold monster jewels, but again, most of them are just purple jewels. It was basically just extra jewels, and I took a couple out of my war gear and put them in my fake gear, just so I can bait in that gear and still have some stats, because again, I do need stats nowadays, or the full counters can hurt quite a bit. So I'm going to be taking most of the hits here in my fake gear. I believe I do switch to my real gear for the rally, because they do end up rallying me here. It is this comp on this account, it was set up as a rain rally trap, so I used to rally trap on this account. That was probably, I mean, that was only like a year ago. I could still rally trap on this account. And then in the last year, the updates have gone insane with all the tempering and the artifacts and them tweaking the damage, or the, what's called, the formula for the attack damage and stuff like that. That was like last year they did that. So after all that, obviously cannot rally trap on this account anymore, but obviously I can take some rallies in Dragon Arena, which is going to be happening right here. This guy is not very strong, so technically I don't really need reigns against this, and I don't think he I don't even think he got full reigns. Or if it's not full reigns, he didn't even fill his rally, so this is going to be pretty easy. I will switch to my war gear for this rally, though, because, again, might as well. It's good for testing and stuff like that. I guess I could test my limits and try and take it in my fake gear, but usually if you're taking a rally, you probably want to put your gear on. Again, especially if you're not a rally trap like this account. This is a solo trap nowadays. Like 220 mil. That solo area, like people solo that all the time. Well, at least in open kingdoms. If you're talking closed kingdoms, not so much. So I'm going to throw my war gear on. You can see the war gear is pretty decent on this account. I saw what it was, decided to switch to Cav, and then I'm going to switch back to my construction gear after this, because again, I don't need to be in my war gear for any of the solo attacks from these guys. They're not quite strong enough. So let's take a look at the damage here. 201k, they sent 1.1 million. Pretty easy because I got the full counter off. Let's see, they had 135k tier 5, 1 million tier 4. No Pack 5 familiars in his gear. Looks like he does have some infantry heroes, so it's not like he was throwing just a bunch of random heroes in there. And you can see his blast. It's only gold and purple. Not really a proper rally lead. So again, I could rally trap a lead like that. So if I was in a smaller kingdom and that guy was leading a rally, I could totally be a rally trap. Nowadays, obviously in open kingdoms, when all the leads have 1,000+% attack, that's not happening. This guy's going in for a solo as well, it looks like. Not really the best gear or something like that. Again, if you're a solo trap, you can take a rally from a guy like that. If he has full mythic gear with mythic champ and double Pack 5 familiars, definitely don't take a rally from that guy. But this guy, go ahead any day of the week, especially if they're going to be sending something like a mixed rally, because if you ever see a rally lead like that guy, a lot of times he's going to be sending a mixed rally at you just because they don't know what they're doing. This guy, on the other hand, actually has a nice, not a nice blast, an okay blast set. So he's going to be sending infantry at me right now. I'm not going to actually switch because, again, my stats are high enough in my construction gear that I can cap this guy no problems. He did 9k damage to me, so very little damage. Oh, I was also already still sitting in cav from the rally, so obviously didn't need to switch. Again, these guys, for whatever reason, don't have proper blast set up in their battalions, so a lot of times they are not sending siege or any fodder or anything like that. I'm just going to switch to infantry for this one, and then let's see here. Yeah, just siege. So again, he's just emptying the rest of his troops at the end of Dragon Arena at this point. Again, it doesn't matter because nobody loses troops in Dragon Arena. That's why it's so much fun to test your limits. Because, again, if you're ever in Dragon Arena, don't be afraid to take anything. Just go for it. If you get zeroed, you get zeroed. It's totally fine. You get your troops back in about 5 minutes or less, which is okay. Or you can just heal them, but it's usually pretty expensive to heal your troops back. If you want to do some testing, you can go ahead and heal your troops all the time. But anyway, so this guy is sending, let's see, a couple infantry blasts at me right now. And then this guy's also sending, let's see, tier 2 gladiators. So this is actually a good way to home your swapping skills. If you want to try and counter all these attacks, go ahead. It's a great way to practice because there's no losses or anything like that, so less stress than when you actually get to a normal gangbang where it's super stressful, or if you're taking rallies. So if you're ever in the situation, just try your best to counter everything, even though it doesn't really matter. It's a great way to practice trapping, because I know a lot of people get really nervous when they're trapping, miss their swaps, miss their switches, they're too slow, blah, blah, blah. It's a great way to check your watchtower and then swap if you want, if you need to practice doing that. I do so much trapping, and it doesn't matter. I get practice all the time. So I found that rally trapping is so much easier than solo trapping because you have so much more time to actually do anything. In solo trapping, people just port on you and attack you, and you have no indication that it's going to happen. But in rally trapping, you have all the time in the world. You have 5 minutes, and you know exactly when they're going to send it. The only time where it's ever hard is if they ever have a timer and you don't know when they're going to release the timer. That's the only time rally trapping ever gets difficult. But obviously, solo trapping's way harder because they can speed up their marches. There's multiple people hitting you at the same time. Again, solo trapping, it's just way harder. Even though it's cheaper and all that, it's just a harder thing to do than to rally trap. It's other than rally trap, you need to spend more money, but skill wise, solo trapping is obviously way harder just because you don't have that timer. Again, if they're sending a rally party on you, that might be totally different because there's multiple rallies coming at you. Even though you know exactly when the rally is going to be coming in, it can still get pretty hard there to do that. So if you ever have the chance while you're in Dragon Arena, try and test it out. So anyways, this guy is coming in here. He's doing all of 0 damage to me. So I think he's setting a range with no fodder. Yeah, that's what's going on. So he's setting some range range attacks, no fodder. The reason why they're doing 0 damage is if you ever send range at someone, it automatically swaps them in the infantry, and their infantry runs out right in front of your range and just starts hitting your range right away. And a lot of times the range still has to hit the wall and then attack the infantry, and by that time you've already taken out all their range. So if you ever need to swap someone into infantry, that's usually if they don't have infantry and you're trying to hit their cav, but otherwise don't send range with no fodder like this is. Send like a couple cav, a couple infantry, maybe some siege in there too, or you're going to keep doing 0 damage like this guy. Even the tier 4 attack, you can see, is still doing 0 damage to me. So he's trying it, and he's trying it over and over again, and he's not getting any different results, but good on him. I'm not sure why he's throwing away all his troops, though. I guess they were winning at this point, so I guess he's bored, but I think his guildmates could use those tier 4 troops in a fort or something like that. Just throwing it out there. If this was at the end of Dragon Arena, I could totally understand, but yeah, he's like pretty much zeroed himself on me, and it's not helping out his guild, even though they are destroying us, I guess. But again, that's up to him though. So that's my only caveat here. So let's see here. He's still coming in. Like I guess he just has some troops he wants to pretty much get rid of all of them at this point. They do end up gangbanging me later, so this is kind of a precursor to that. A lot of times, midway through Dragon Arena, you won't get hit very often. This is the one exception to that. It's usually at the end when everything's pretty much said and done, and then people have the fun of rallying people and soloing people, and then all the traps can have their fun at the end of Dragon Arena. Or if it's really one-sided, sometimes it starts like way sooner. Like I had one Dragon Arena where we didn't have any forts, and it was like 40 minutes left, and they just started rallying us at that point because I think we only had like 10 people show up, and they had like 50 people or something like that. Again, it was one of my smaller guilds. It wasn't one of these guilds here, but that happens. And sometimes you just get matched up with someone who has more people than you do. So now let's see here. He's finally doing damage though. That attack was a cav attack, no fodder again. Managed to do 171 damage to me. So he's slowly chipping away at my troops. If he does this for another, let's say 20, 30, I don't know, 1,000 times more. Actually, it'd be more than 1,000, because 1,000 would be 171,000, and I have like a million, so it'd be like he needs to do it 10,000 times more. There you go. Now someone else has showed up. So finally someone else showed up. It looks like Jackie Brown came in here with an infantry blast. Again, I was sitting in range for this attack, took the full counter from him. He only has a single pack 5 familiar, has 4 what's called infantry heroes at least, and actually has some mythic champ. He's got a tempered 4 mythic champ boots there, so that's interesting. That was he probably has a decent blast then if he's got tempered 4 mythic champ. I'm not sure what's going on with the rest of his gear though, if he's doing that. I guess he spent it all on the champ or something like that. So let's see here. Yeah, at this point there's about 3 minutes left in the Dragon Arena, so this is where we start to have fun. Everyone starts rallying each other and all that, and it looks like someone else is coming in here. Again, by the way, I haven't been sitting in my war gear for this whole time. I've been sitting in my speed up gear. If you guys are wondering, you can see there. I think I only have 3 of my war gear pieces in my speed up gear. So yeah, that's the gear I'm taking it in. I don't have a construction gear with jewels set up on this solo trap. This one just basically I just sit in some of my war pieces just to give me an extra boost, and then maybe sit in some other stuff so it doesn't look like I'm sitting in my full war gear. Again, this is a full free-to-play solo trap if you guys are wondering. I literally have not spent any money on this account. It's still got its first purchase bonus and all that stuff on this account, so I'm pretty proud of this account. This is actually my original account, if you guys are wondering. This is the one that I started Lords Mobile on like 5 years ago, so I've been pretty much solo trapping it. This is the one that literally started my channel, so from my oldest videos, this is the account that's from those, by the way. So this guy's coming in a cav, no fodder. That's not going to do very much damage, even if I was sitting in infantry. And obviously I'm not sitting in my war gear, but the guy setting a 250k cav, no fodder. That's not going to do very much. It did 1,400 to my range front line there. Looks like he has no Pack 5 familiars or anything like that. Not surprising based on his attack, and you can see his gear. Not the best gear. I'm pretty sure my range stats are higher than his cav stats while I'm sitting in mix. Because I think my range on this account is getting up to 450 or something like that while I'm in my mix gear. So it looks like some of their bigger guys have showed up here. Looks like a range blast here. I think I'm still sitting in range. Yeah, I am. I was kind of slow on that one, so gonna throw my war gear on here just because some of the bigger guys are coming in here, because I want to kind of test out the war gear too. I believe they might start a rally on me here. Let's see. No, they did not. It was one of my guild mates, but they are coming in with some more attacks. I am down on troops. That's one of the reasons I'm putting my war gear on, because I'm down about 20 mil might in troops. This was a full counter into my infantry. 375k. Looks like that's not even a real attack. There's some infantry coming in there too. I'm just sitting in infantry at this point, so I don't really have to worry about too much if I have my war gear on. Again, I am over 400 mix in that war gear, if you guys are wondering. It's mostly because all the gold jewels in my gear. Looks like Rudy's just going to be spamming me with some attacks here. Some infantry attacks here, and then yeah, it's just leaderless. I should technically just give them their leaders back so I can do some more tests, but sometimes I forget that while I'm in the Dragon Arena. It's not a habit for me just to release leaders, so especially when I'm solo trapping. It does automatically release after a couple minutes, but it's not something I'm used to actually doing, so. But I gotta remember to do that, because then I'll get actually more hits if I actually just release their leaders. So it looks like he's going cav. I will switch for this one and full counter it. If someone else is going cav leaderless, so it's actually a good time to switch to cav here. Let's check out what else he's sending. It's just a siege. I guess he's running out of troops. He's sending his siege at me as well. It looks like this guy's gonna go cav as well, so everyone's going cav at me. Now that I'm actually sitting in range, it's not too bad. I'm down to 206 million might. My base might on this account is around 70 mil, if you guys are wondering, so I still have 140 mil worth of troops left. So this one's infantry. I could take it full counter, decide not to, just gonna counter it. Why not do it? Let's see what the other guys are gonna do now. That was an infantry attack, so it's kind of slow coming in here. And again, they're not going to be speeding these in because it is Dragon Arena. I'm just going to switch back to infantry here, see what they're going to send again. Looks like range, so it's almost like I knew he was going to send that. No, I don't know. I think he's pretty much out of troops, so he's just sending whatever he has left. All 375k blasts, but those attacks are literally not going to do much because obviously leaderless. Let's take that guy's also going infantry. Someone's actually sending the leader here. That's a mix attack. I'm not sure what that attack is, but again, we'll look at the reports at the end here. But we'll just watch them spam attack me with all their troops. Again, I've got 140 mil troops left, and these attacks are not doing much. So they're trying, though. They are really trying to actually destroy me here. Unfortunately, like I said. They're never going to get through that front line doing this. They need to actually rally me. So I was actually surprised. I'm not sure why they didn't start a rally. Like, they just decided to keep trying to solo me. I was actually going to take one of the rallies, honestly. Like, I could have took that guy's rally. His gear isn't crazy good. That gear is a little bit better. Actually, that one is really good there. It's a bunch of tempered mythic gear. That's much better than the other two. But I would have took a rally from them. But unfortunately, they decided not to go and do that. So. Yeah, I would have liked it because it's always fun to actually try and test your limits and all that during Dragon Arena. So it's fun to try and take a rally on your solo trap. Okay, let's go through these reports. Looks like ZZ Hot there. Full countered me. Didn't have too much tier 5 in there. I think that was the guy with the mythic tempered cab blast there. This guy, that was 2 troops. This Rudy went in here, did 28k damage. He went that's range, into my infantry there. This was just some of the spam attacks. I'm not going to go through all the spam attacks. You can see how much damage they're doing. They're doing about 15k-ish damage to my front line, so again, that would have took way more attacks than they had troops to actually get through. This guy actually sent his leader. This was a cab blast. Lots of tier 5 in that one. Unfortunately, I was in range for that one, so didn't do very much damage. Did about 40k to my front line. He also has a Pack 5 familiar, but not maxed or anything. Let's see. Looks like UNW Polvik. No, these are all just the leaderless attacks here. You can see that one did 70k. So was that a? Oh, that was a tier 4, tier 5. That's why. So let's go see if we can find another leadered one. That did 18k, 23k. 75, well, 18k. Let's see what he sent here. This was, oh, it's just literally just an infantry blast, full tier 4 infantry. Here we go. Found a attack. Okay, this guy went kind of a mix attack. Interesting. It might have actually did more than his blast. So, because again, the mix can shield some of his troops, and his range can actually do a little bit more damage then. But yeah. Not too dangerous, any of those attacks there. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little Dragon Arena video. If you guys have any questions about solo trapping, leave it in the comments down below. If you are not subscribed, I know about 60% of you watching this right now are not subscribed. Think about hitting the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon to get all my notifications. If you haven't joined the Discord, Discord link in the description down below. Click on that, join the Discord, join the conversation. Got a bunch of stuff going on there. I do giveaways on the Discord too, so if you guys are interested in that, go check that out. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.